hello. I know, it's been a minute since I uploaded a YouTube video. I have been so unwell recently, and it feels like a lot of you guys have as well, because I asked over on my Instagram, like, is anybody else unwell? And oh my god, the poll was like 76% of people were unwell. So this is your sign right now to take your vitamin C and your zinc and your vitamin D to keep your immune system up. Grab your coffee, grab your drinks, because I got some new monthly favorites to show you. This is the Dr. Jart Ceramidin Skin Toner. I love this stuff so much that when I'm nearly running out, like now, I make sure I have my backup ready to go. I had some weird like bumps on my forehead and I didn't know what was causing them, but clearly my skin's barrier was affected and this helped calm that down. And then I'm going to go in with my trusty Estee Lauder Day Wear. I've used this cream for absolute years and it is still one I constantly go back to, and it just makes my skin feel so hydrated. Skin said hydration. A new product that I recently purchased off of TikTok shop is the Jordana Tisha Duo Bronzer. Now this, you get a cream formula and then the powder version. Also, please excuse my nails. I need to stick some press-ons on them ASAP. I was torn between this shade and one called Palm Paradise. This is the shade Honey Glow, by the way. And although this shade does work for me, I do kind of wish I got Palm Paradise, because although my face is lighter than my body, when you look at my body, I have a kind of like yellow undertone to the skin. I tend to go for things that have a little bit more of an olive, golden, neutral or yellow undertone to them. And I was kind of picking between this and Palm Paradise, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna get this one because it'd be a bit warmer and it's meant to be a bronzer, but I actually think I should have got Palm Paradise. Just think of your undertones when you're buying any sort of like skin based products. But let me tell you, this stuff is really, really gorgeous. It blends out amazingly well. I'm doing a bit of underpainting right now. She absolutely nailed it with the formula on this. This shade here, Watermelon by House of Labs. It's so beautiful, gorgeous red shade, and I never thought I would be a red blusher girl. Like, I am always a peachy kind of girl, you know. I love a little pinky blush too, but more of a red kind of tone. I was like, don't know. However, I tried this out. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And have you guys seen that makeup artist lady who used to do the Victoria's Secret models? And she said that she would always use a red blusher to give the girls a little bit more of a fresh sort of natural flush to the skin. I get it. Like, I absolutely get it. And when you look at this, like I said, you might be a bit intimidated and think, oh my god, that is really, really bright. You can build these up or sheer it out as much as you want. So in case I didn't mention, this is the House of Labs Blush Balm. And I really want to try the House of Labs foundation and concealer. If you have tried it, please let me know your thoughts. Is it worth it? Like, what's your opinion on the product? Because so far, everything I've tried from House of Labs, I've loved. Okay, we're going to do a mixture of two concealers right now. Is this vanilla? Vanilla. Went to Boots the other day, so I picked up a few bits and bobs, and one of the things I went back to get was the L'Oreal Infallible Concealer. I remember I loved this concealer and then I stopped using it, because I feel like we always have a habit of, we get something and then something new comes out and then we forget the old thing, but maybe that old thing was really good. Maybe that old thing was absolutely serving its purpose, you know? So I went back and repurchased it. However, I did get a slightly lighter shade because I'm trying to get my more winter shades right now. However, I'm going to go in with a darker concealer first of all, which is Natural Beige by Too Faced. Let's just go in and start blending that out. Obviously the Too Faced Multi Sculpt Concealer is always going to be up there in my top 5 concealers, but like I said, this is the monthly favorite. So these are things that I've gone back to using or recently discovered. When I'm doing the concealer, I'm blending out the kind of like least important places first, and then the most important I will leave till last, and then we will go in with the L'Oreal one. Just going to go in with a brush first of all, and then I'm actually going to take my little mini beauty blenders. They're like tiny little sponges. Do you remember, like, I don't know if anybody remembers this, but years back now, when these little mini beauty blenders first come around, everyone loved them. I was on a Tatty Lashes live and they had their little beauty blenders reduced. So I got 10. There's an eyelash on the end of that and I just dropped that for like £4 or £5. I can't actually remember. Just before I go in with my lighter shade, I'm just going to go back over my cheeks with the brush that we used for our blusher, just to really help press that all into the skin for one, and also to bring back any life that the blusher had, because sometimes I feel like the blusher starts to get a bit muted with concealer. This is the shade 328, and this is when I'm going to take my little beauty sponge. I'm actually just going to quickly put a little bit of toner on that because, do you know what, it is a bit dry and I can't bother to go to the bathroom to wet that. Who is excited for Christmas? I truly do appreciate all the decorations and effort around Christmas time. Like, it really is beautiful. And you know what, yeah, I saw I don't know if it's a reel or TikTok, I can't remember, but someone was showing like the early 2000s, late 90s Christmas compared to now. And obviously I'm a 90s baby, right? So I remember the different sort of wrapping paper, the tinsel on the trees, and it's so crazy to see how much we have transformed over the years. And I do feel like the Christmas then had so much character. I don't know, just so cute. Really happy with how those concealers are looking. We are now going to go and set it in place. To set my under eye, I'm going to take the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish. This is a shade Baby Pink. And guys, the other day, my cat jumped up on my desk. She knocked it on the floor. A little bit gutted about that, but luckily it's just the corner. Gonna pop that into my hand and then we're gonna go in underneath that eye and just set that in place. But yeah, I don't know, it's just crazy to like look back over trends. Obviously trends come and go, like people are now wearing leopard print, and I remember when I was younger that was like proper in, and then it died out and blah blah blah, like trends come and go. But when I looked at the Christmas sort of style and aesthetic, and I saw that TK Maxx were doing these cushions that had that old sort of nostalgia of that feeling, and I was like, oh my gosh, I love those cushions. I want to go get those cushions, and I am now on the hunt for those TK Maxx cushions. It really took me to a place of comfort, and I just think like, I don't know, the world was just a little bit different back then. For the rest of my face, I'm going to take the Huda Beauty Easy Bake, and I'm going to take Banana Bread and Cherry Blossom. These two are my favourites. I do want to get myself some more pound cake though, because going into the winter months, I probably will want something a little bit lighter. However, Banana Bread is like my favourite. So I'm going to get this one, and I'm going to pop it around the face. So like underneath the jawline, all on the chin. It sets my skin so nicely. There's other powders that I really do enjoy using, but I must admit, like I always find myself going back to the Huda Beauty Easy Bake. Like I love the House of Labs powder, I love the Laura Mercier one, and if you're looking for a really good affordable one, it would be the Be Perfect, because that one probably is like the most affordable. And the Cherry Blossom one helps for when I do my blush, because it has that slight pinky hue. It just blends in the blush so much nicer. I'm just gonna leave that to sit there for now. I got this, I think maybe last Christmas, I think it was. My mum got me this, and I still have so much left. Those dogs are really snoring. Oh, look at her face. I'm gonna take the MadebyMitchell Bronze Motel, which he's actually got in stock now. I thought he was discontinuing it, and I love these bronze. I've also got the blush book over here as well. I love these. I think these are amazing, and I think they're incredible for the price. Like, as a makeup artist or as someone who just wants a bit of a variety in your makeup collection, this is it. And I always find myself going back to these, because when I'm tanned, I've got my shade. When I'm more fair, I've got my shade. I'm just gonna go in with Caramel Cup to create a little bit of a shadow, first of all, like that. And then on that chin. That looks really bloody harsh on camera. Why does that look so harsh? Let's kind of blend that out a bit more. Okay, that's a bit better. Zoeva 109 is really thin, can you see? And this is what I'm going to use just to do a little bit of nose contour. Look behind you because the mirror is behind you. Oh, I wish my nose was that snatched naturally. I will blend that out, because right now I'm looking like I'm from Whoville in The Grinch. I'm just going to go around the lips. We're going to go back to the Jordana t-shirt, and we're going to take the powder. Like I said, I must admit, this is really, really pigmented. So I'm just going to do a little swirl and then tap, tap, tap. Then I'm just going to go at the back of the cheek. I'm not going to bring it too forward. And then I'm going to really take that into my hairline, picking up the product bit by bit, and just really buffing that into the hairline. And then I'm also going to take a little bit onto my neck. I don't want to take too much because I have got a grey jumper on, and I actually don't want to get like loads of bloody makeup on it really, because I hate that when that happens with like coats and jackets. I just don't like the look of having makeup there. I mean, it can't be helped sometimes, but you know. Fluffy brush, just going to diffuse sides. Don't want to diffuse it too much so that you can't notice it, but I also want it to be like soft when I like move around, if that makes sense. Sometimes, because I'm on such a small screen here and I'm used to my DSLR, I'm like, how does that look? Speaking of the House of Labs watermelon shade, I've got to put it on for you because this is the powder version. This genuinely might be my favourite blusher of 2024. So I want to make sure that my brush has like diffused it nicely. And then I'm just going to pop this a little bit more like the high point. So see how much product I still have on that. These House Labs blushes are amazing. They are really beautiful. Definitely have a look at them if you haven't. I'm going to take another shade by House of Labs. This is Pomelo Peach, and just put it a little bit lower so we get a tiny gradient. Sometimes I feel like with your bronzer and your blusher, if there's such a difference in the shade, I need to get that gradient. I don't know. I just feel like this kind of helps with that. And then I'm just going to bring this colour a little bit more under the cheeks. I might have to show you my makeup in the bathroom just so you can actually see like how it looks in different lighting. Do you know what? I'm gonna go and grab my new setting spray. Bear with me, hold on. So like I said, I went to Boots the other day. Oh my god, guys, there was this like poppy stand in the shopping centre and they had these cards and it kind of reminded me a little bit of our old dog. And I was like, I have to get that. I bought them. Although she had more black on her, but she did have brown on her face as well, and it just reminded me of her, so I had to buy them Christmas cards. I also bought some stuff from Lush. I also bought this Wee Sherry gripping primer. I have yet to try it. Got some lashes as well. Alright, let me put that down, otherwise I'm going to give you a bloody haul. I have been using this, but this is not in my monthly favourites because I love it. This is in my monthly favourites because it is new and I want to keep testing it out. L'Oreal Infallibile Setting Mist. I have to do it in sections because that is a very strong smell. For Christmas, my mum has got me the one size setting spray. I feel like I'm on the hunt to find the absolute best setting spray for my wedding. These are not new products in my life, but the Charlotte Tilbury glow ones, oh, I just go back to them all the damn time. They are so beautiful, and I'm gonna take Peachgasm because I just feel like Peachgasm goes so nicely with that watermelon colour. Is I just kind of put it onto the back of my hand. It has such a beautiful sheen. And then I take a fluffy brush which looks like this, kind of like a big eyeshadow brush, and really just push that into my brush. Make sure that's evenly distributed because we don't want any blobs of highlighter on my face, especially when I've done all this hard work. Like, do not do that to me. I just thought to myself, like, why did I ever stop using you? Like, why did I stop? I'm just going to put that above the brow. I feel like it just levels up the whole makeup. I haven't got any new brow products. I haven't got any new brow products to show you. I don't have anything new, unfortunately, so I'm quickly just gonna fill those in and then I'll be back. Kind of having like a love-hate relationship with my eyebrows recently, and I've not been doing much to them. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I am gonna go and get some of my microblading removed on the end of my eyebrow because I feel like it goes a bit too low now. Just going over that mole. This is my colour case from MadebyMitchell, and I feel like I'm never gonna run out of this stuff because it just keeps giving. This one here, I'm mixing it with the one above it, and all I'm doing is just taking that underneath the brow bone just to really help lift that, and then I'm just gonna use my finger just to soften it so it looks like a natural highlight. Can you see that bit there? So subtle, nothing crazy. And then if we just apply some to the inner part here to help open up the eye. See that now compared to this? This eyebrow automatically looks a bit lower. This one's higher. If I'm going to be wearing a fuller lash, it's always 90s Baby, and they are my favourites from this month. However, I had a meeting with Eylure the other day and they gave me some different styles, and I thought this one here looks really nice. So do you know what? Let's just try it out because we might discover a new favourite. Although if I had to say what my monthly favourites would be, it's this one here. Got a little bit of a stiffer band. I don't mind as long as it doesn't feel hard and as long as it looks nice. Just going to use the end of my mascara. This is the Maxfactor 2-in-1 mascara. They've definitely lifted the end of the eye. They don't feel hard on the lash. Lashes are on, and we're now going to do a little lip combo. This I bought maybe 2 months ago now. This is the Fenty lip liner in the shade Rubbabanz. These lip liners are really, really creamy. A lipstick that I have really been enjoyed using so much is this one by Makeup Revolution. It's such a nice, gorgeous pale nude, and it is in the shade Brunch Pink. Now that is just such a nice lip combo by itself. You haven't got to add any gloss if you don't want to, but there have been 3 glosses that I've just been loving so much. Clearly that's why they're in this video, but I'm gonna run you through them because this one is the brand new Huda Beauty Faux Filler lip gloss in the shade She's Flirty. I have been using this on my other social platforms, so I'm not going to use that today, but it is so beautiful and such a gorgeous pink. And then I've got these 2. One is by Rimmel, which you've probably seen me use in other videos now because I rave about the Rimmel Thrill Seeker glosses. I think they're sensational. And this one is in the shade Pink to Berry. And then a final one, which I think so many of you are going to love, is this one by Maxfactor. This one is the lip glaze in the shade Chocolate Glow. I'm going to use the Maxfactor one. This is such a gorgeous nude gloss. I know so many of you are going to love this. Look at that. Come on. I think just for the purpose of the video, I'm going to put the more red toned Rimmel Thrill Seeker just in the center. That together is, if you want to get a little bit more of a spenny lip gloss, then go for the faux filler. But if you want something which is affordable and gorgeous at the same time, then go for the Maxfactor lip glaze and the Rimmel Thrill Seekers. I love them all individually, and I love them all because they are such 3 different shades, hence why I keep going to them all the damn time, because they're not similar to one another. These glosses are so beautiful. They make you want to wear it even on a windy day, okay? With your hair down. All right, my honeys, that is the look complete, and they are all the products that I literally find myself picking up all the time recently. Don't forget to follow me on my TikTok. I love TikTok. I'm addicted to it, probably more than I should be. And my Instagram, I post stories all the time as well on there, and just day-to-day life random stuff really. But yeah, make sure you follow me on both of those 2 platforms because I'd love to see you lot over on there. And if you already do follow me over there, then thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have an amazing week. Stay blessed, stay safe. See you soon.